And joining me now from right here in Washington, D.C. is Elenor Clift. She's a political columnist for the Daily Beast. Elenor, thank you so much for joining us. What an historic day. After the decision, Trump spoke outside the courtroom. He said the real verdict will come on November 5th. How much does this fuel his campaign message that he's being politically persecuted? Because immediately he put out the campaign message that he's a political prisoner. Does the convict label benefit him now?
I think this verdict pours gasoline on a burning fire already politically. The Trump base is convinced that he won the 2020 election and was cheated out of that. And they're determined to press ahead with his candidacy, believing that the Biden administration is deliberately targeting him because he's such a powerful contender. The verdict in New York it's white collar crime, it's financial crime. It's very common in business circles to have this kind of a prosecution. It's unlikely he will actually go to jail, but he is a convicted felon. And polls have shown that independent voters, not necessarily voters who are tuned in so solidly to the Republican Party, but independent voters, that it makes a difference if he's been convicted in a court of law. But truly, no one really knows how this is going to unfold. This is a unique experience in this country. It's been 50 years since President Nixon, resigned under the threat of impeachment for criminal acts that he had overseen while he was in the White House. And I don't think anybody thought we would see anything like this again. And Donald Trump has many more indictments facing him as well. And he has managed to turn them into political gold, convincing a segment of the country that he is being persecuted and that he is taking it for them. It's a unique experience, and the Democratic contender, led by Joe Biden, the Democratic Party, doesn't know exactly how to combat this wave of populism and lies, if you will. So this courtroom sentence could bring some clarity to the situation, but this whole experience with Donald Trump is far from over. He's going to fight to stay in contention, and many people think the very democracy of the United States is at stake.
Yeah, and most of his base have said, you know, even if he is convicted in this particular case, they're still sticking with him. His website, campaigning website, WinRed, crashed, apparently because people have been jumping on board to donate. Doug Burgum, the North Dakota governor, says that the average American person has already acquitted him. But moving on to Biden, he's been very quiet about the trial before all of this. He put out a message today saying, convicted felon or not, Trump will be the Republican nominee. Does the Biden campaign now change their strategy? Because sending Robert De Niro outside the courthouse the other day got some mixed reaction.
Well, I think lots of Democrats are going to be acting as surrogates to remind voters exactly what is at stake here, and also the kind of program that Trump is advocating should he win a second term in the White House. Abortion rights is a big issue in this country. He appointed the judges that overturned legal abortion in this country. He wants to round up immigrants to the tune of millions and put them in deportation camps. He talks about changing the civil service rules in government so that he can have more political appointees who he can fire at will and get away do away with civil service protections. A lot of people aren't really yet paying attention. A lot of people in this country still can't believe that we're going to have the same choices that we had 4 years ago, that it's Biden and Trump. And there's still chatter about maybe Biden will be replaced at the August convention of the Democrats. Nobody's talking about replacing Donald Trump. I mean, the Republican Party is sticking with him, and it's very unlike the Republican Party's reaction to Richard Nixon 50 years ago, when the Republicans recoiled from a criminal, if you will, president. Now we have Republicans surrounding Trump and joining him in denigrating the justice system in this country and questioning our institutions. It's a very dangerous time for democracy in America.
It is definitely a dangerous time, and both conventions will be very interesting. The RNC convention happening just a few days after he is sentenced. We have to leave it there. Thank you so much for your time, Elenor Clift.
Thank you.